If you've been injured, the insurance company that you hear from is not there to help you.
Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
Danny Hicks was arrested in early February 2020 after authorities discovered a situation involving the sexual abuse of minors at a Pahrump home. He's been in jail ever since. 3 other people were also arrested and charged in connection with the case: Eric Garcia, Mickey Cagle, and Vicky Bockley. Garcia pled guilty to the most serious charges and was sentenced in January to 2 life terms. Mickey Cagle pled guilty to 1 count of possession of child pornography. He'll be sentenced September 13th. Vicky Bockley's case is still moving through the courts. As for Danny Hicks, he was originally facing a long list of serious charges, but District Attorney Chris Arabias says ultimately prosecutors were not able to collect enough evidence to move forward on most of those charges. He says a period of 47 days passed between the date the juvenile victims were removed from the home and the date authorities executed a search warrant and the arrests were made.
We have no way of knowing what could have been lost or destroyed or whatever during that time period, the 47 days. Because I believe that the defendants were arrested that same day, but there was the physical evidence wasn't really what we would have expected. Based on that, there were some other issues where it seemed appropriate to try to corroborate some of the accounts that were given. As Your Honor recalls, there was resistance to that on the part of various parties who were representing the children, and a lot of resistance. We felt that those were critical interviews that we wanted to do for reasons such as establishing the existence of locations that were referenced, and without that corroboration, it was going to be very difficult to prove some of the allegations. There were still others that could be proven, and so unfortunately what we ended up with was what we got.
In the end, Hicks pled guilty to 1 count of child abuse. Judge Robert Lane made it clear during sentencing that he's not happy that Hicks was able to plead to a much less serious charge, especially in light of a court-ordered risk assessment that indicated Hicks would be likely to re-offend.
The other defendant in this case got a couple of life sentences consecutive. That's what you should have got, based on the facts set forth in the defense synopsis. 2 or 3 life sentences would have been about the right sentence to give you, based on everything in there. And it angers me and makes my stomach hurt, and makes me want to cry that you're getting 28 to 72 months and you're high risk to reoffend. So that's the best I can do according to the negotiation that was reached with the state. So I sentence you to 28 to 72 months, all the standard fines and fees, and the credit for time served. Anything else I need to put in the record?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Given the time that Hicks has spent behind bars, 524 days, he could be released on probation in as little as 6 to 10 months. But Judge Lane says he hopes the parole board will keep him locked up for the maximum of 6 years.